Hi, my name is Keisha Arsenault, and I'm going to be presenting the Sherwood Middle Academic Magnet School Technology Plan. It's focused on a one-to-one Chromebook rollout and GAFS implementation. So I'm starting out with the fact that there is this increasing real-world digital citizenship that's happening. For example, you can't even apply for Social Security unless you can get online and fill out a digital form. And so as this real-world digital citizenship increases, the classroom should begin to reflect what's going on in the real world. And so this creates a need for national educational technology standards integration within the classroom across the grade levels, across the content areas. It doesn't matter what you teach or what grade level, these standards need to be implemented in everything. And so as a result, Sherwood Middle has decided to go for a one-to-one Chromebook initiative with a professional development focus on integrating GAFs in the classroom. So I'm going to start at the outer ring and work my way in. Sherwood Middle has a school motto that excellence is the standard, which is a really high standard, but that's what we try to hold ourselves to in all areas. So within ed tech, that means that we need to be a leader in effective implementation of ed tech. And specifically, we're wanting to create a digital age learning culture and environment in our school so that we can get everybody on board. And we need everybody on board in implementing and integrating the nets for students within their classrooms and coursework. So there's really three goals here. The first one is about technology access and focuses on providing Chromebooks one-to-one for all of our students in every grade level. The second goal is really about teacher training and just helping them to get literate with just the basics of Chromebooks and Google Apps for Education.
John Will, come to the office, please.
And as you can tell, I'm still at school, so I'm sorry for the interruption. This is round 2, so we're just going to go with it. Goal number 3 takes 1 and 2 and really puts them together for student impact. We really want to get our teachers from just understanding how to use the tech to really using it to promote digital citizenship and hit those nets within the classroom. So I'm going to try and summarize this very quickly. EBR as a whole, which is our district, has an initiative to create model schools within the district for integrating Chromebooks and Google Apps for Education. We were chosen as the middle school model school. However, on district level, leadership is insufficient to manage this plan on site at multiple locations. It's just impossible. We have one ed tech trainer, maybe 2, for a district of over 60 schools. So it's just impossible for them to manage this. So as a result, their plan was to recruit teacher leaders, and they had them attend this Google Boot Camp on a Saturday. And the intention was to encourage them to afterwards on their own time to get their Google certifications and then to reinvest that training on their sites through redelivery to their colleagues. That did not go as planned. It was a great plan, but it didn't go as well as planned. Moving on. Leadership transitions and changes and this ratio of IT to teachers in schools is causing a lot of confusion and frustration over shifting goals, software, and access. There's not a lot of training or explanations being offered. And it's not that our school system doesn't have the vision, because they have an amazing vision. We have great leaders in place. It's just they don't have the manpower to make it happen, which means that it's important for our school to have a site-specific, tailor-fit technology plan, which is what this technology plan is about. And so phase 1 of that was Chromebooks on an 8th grade level, and to start implementing GAFs and training for GAFs on school-wide. We did offer an online course in digital citizenship this year, which all of our teachers were required to take, which was aimed at kind of opening their eyes up about what it was that our students really needed. So our current status of tech usage is that we have growing access and we have growing usage. These tools are being used. What we're lacking in is training in effective use. And I'm going to explain that more in a moment, but we really want to be able to hit those national educational technology standards, and really right now, we're kind of on the left side of this graphic. So in our integration of tech, right now, truthfully, many of our teachers are in a substitution or an augmentation phase. They haven't yet gotten to modification and redefinition where they're really taking advantage of the tools that are available to them. And that's what this 5-year tech plan is really aimed at getting them to. So once again, for professional development, we're going to start them off at survival and mastery, just making them literate in what we've given them. And then after like year 2 or so, we're going to really move towards impact and innovation and really adding like quality instruction to just the basics of knowing how to use it. Community engagement, we've got a lot of that as a magnet school. I'm not going to read through all of this, but basically there are a lot of community events that happen as a result of being a magnet school. You can see on the far left. Our student ambassadors manage all of our school visits, which we have a lot of. You can see kind of all of the different people who visit our school on a regular basis, weekly if not daily. And our student ambassadors are a team of students who are trained to take them through our school and really highlight what's great about our school, which makes displays really important at our school. Our hallways, our commons area needs to really be representative of what's going on in our school, and that really helps to engage our community. We also have a lot of digital media outlets, from websites. We have an app for our school. We also utilize Edmodo on a regular basis in every classroom. We also have some of the basics that every school has, from school improvement team to parent-teacher association. Also, I wanted to highlight we use Donors Choose a lot for our fundraising, which actually helps to connect our community to help support our initiatives here at our school. So infrastructure, hardware and software. Like I said before, we have a lot of access. You can see here a list of all of the school hardware available to us. Our teachers can check any of this out through a Google Calendar. Also, each classroom is equipped with the yellow list in the middle. Some classrooms have more depending on their specific content area. And on the far right in orange is software. I only listed kind of like the big ones. I didn't go into detail. There's, of course, a lot of other software that our district pays to give our teachers and our students access to, but these are kind of the big ones that you'll see in the orange list. So equitable access, I'm going to be really brief with this. These are hyperlinks to the plans, and I'm going to take you and show them to you. And our internet network usage policy is 12 pages. I'm not going to bore you with reading that. It's extensive. Our email guidelines are another 5 pages, also extensive. I won't bore you with that either. And our technology plan was last updated in 2007. It is, I think, 38 pages. And it's very broad. It doesn't even mention Chromebooks, because, I mean, in 2007, who was talking about Chromebooks? It talks about broad-based initiatives and goals, which really Chromebooks kind of fall under, but definitely there's a need for that to be rewritten. Personnel roles and responsibilities. Our principal has a lot just in leading our school and creating culture. Our technology director is managing more of the research and procurement of tech, as well as managing the IT support that we're receiving. We have an IT team. We have one that's assigned to our area, so he services more than one school, and we can put in work orders anytime we need that, and they deliver and set up our Chromebooks. Our principal on assignment to Ed Tech, there's only one of him, but like 60 to 90 schools within our district, and he has given our school a lot of special attention this year, but he can't always do that. But he is helping with teacher training in Google tools and all of that. Our SMAMS teacher leader, which is really me, wrote the technology plan and meets with the administration to help adjust it, is helping to create a culture, modeling, providing professional development, all of those things. Our school tech facilitator really bridges the gap between our teachers and the IT staff, and with inventory and all of that, and helps to make sure everybody's getting the tools and everybody's getting service for them. our Sherwood teachers, of course, are responsible on the front line of making this happen. Budgets and funding, I'll try to be brief. You can see on the right very specific breakdown. Keep in mind that this is a 5-year plan, so that total cost is not happening all in 1 year. The Chromebooks and the carts and the surge protectors are going to be purchased with Title I and magnet funds over those 3 to 5 years. Teacher Google certifications we do need to find funds for, so PTA will help us do fundraising. We'll have free dress days, a student social, recess concessions. I did write a grant for 2 teacher leaders to visit a model school. They were listed on a Google site as on an official Google site as being a model school for GAF and Chromebook implementation, and so I wrote a Fund for Teachers grant to help fund that. Evaluation. So I'm going to skip to number 2 and number 3 because those are easy to talk about. EBR, our district has walkthrough forums, and that's an easy way. It's already there. It's in place. It creates data in a system as an easy way to kind of monitor what's going on in the classroom as far as nets are going. Google certifications, that's an easy way to kind of keep a pulse on our school, like how many teachers are on board and are pursuing Google certification and have completed it. I created the SMAMS technology plan teacher survey. It specifically, it's nets aligned. It really used heavily the ISTE student profiles, which are new this year, which are excellent if you're looking for grade level breakdown of what students should be doing with tech. But it really is helping us to evaluate 3 goals. Number 1, to provide our students with opportunities to apply grade level appropriate technology literacies. Number 2, to provide our teachers technology literacy and quality of implementation, and to utilize all available tech to its fullest potential. And I'll show you. I used a Google form to do that, and you can kind of see the cover page here. It's several pages long, so you can't see the whole thing at one time, but you're welcome to visit that link if you'd like more information. Okay, 5-year action plan. I've kind of already talked about this. Basically, we start out with 8th grade. Year 2, 7th grade will be on board. Year 3, 6th grade. In year 4, any ancillary electives, things like that. Anybody that we've missed will also be on board with 1-to-1. The first 2 years, we're really focusing on getting teachers just to know that GAFs are there and that they're available, and to start using them, and to start putting Google certification for level 1 on their professional growth plans. Year 3, we encourage them to go for level 2 certification. And year 3, we also start offering some more GAF-specific net aligns PD. So, for example, I mean, you could spend an entire hour just talking about Google Docs and how you can use them within any content area to support the National Educational Technology Standards. So we'll be getting more specific in our training as the years go on. And every summer we have an administrative meeting to evaluate and adjust the plan based on the data collected at the end of each school year through that teacher survey. And that's my bibliography and the end of my presentation. So thank you for taking the time. I know it was a long one. I worked hard on it and I'm proud of it, and I hope that you enjoyed my presentation, and have a good afternoon.